Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gita Mary and I'm currently reminiscing because I'm turning 30 soon and I'm very excited. I recently did a video where I talked about 20 things that I learned in my 20s. So if you want to watch that, that video is already up, but we're continuing. And I want to revisit some older looks. I want to react to my past eras with you guys. I don't think I've done it so thoroughly on this channel before. I have previous videos where I go over my old Instagram feed, but some of this predates Instagram. This will be a two-part video. In this video, I will show you my early fashion blogger era, and we're gonna start with the boho era and work our way through the eras, through fashion week and to high school. In the next video, I'll talk about pre-high school. So we're gonna look at my emo phase, my J-fashion phase. However, I refuse to cringe and to be embarrassed by my past selves, because without my past selves, I wouldn't be here. I'm going to react to myself with kindness, probably also a tiny dash of disgust, but just know that there is immense love for the past versions of myself. Also, I'm sort of taking inspiration from social media content where celebrities review their past outfit, but they do it in a very glamorous way. And I'm not even wearing makeup today because I was out last night until 4. I'm kind of hungover. I have my water, I have a little blanket, and it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe you're getting. Let's fucking do this. Starting strong in the boho era. I actually still have this coat. I love that coat. I still use that scarf every day, still have the hat. Those were my first pairs of Doc Martens. They were sort of like a rosy gold pattern leather vibe. I really love them. I think I bought them from new, but I'm not quite sure. Overall, there is two things that comes to mind when I look at this outfit. Some of this is, you're gonna see more of this. I had a strong bindi game back then. Deeply inappropriate. No ties to Indian culture whatsoever. I did it for the aesthetic, not a vibe. I had followers who told me that that wasn't appropriate, and I sort of just kept doing it. She got smarter, she learned, she got better. Also the very long blonde hair, which is simply just an effect of me having dyed my hair red many times, and then I started to let that fade out, and then I started using just blonde dye on top, and slowly I just stopped dyeing my hair, so now I haven't dyed my hair since. I don't have most of this outfit, but I do have the jacket. It says Old Man River and sort of like a cool cowboy vibe on the back. I love that. But I love the little bun I did there. I did the septums for quite a while, and when you search on Etsy for septums and fake septums, you often find my pictures. When I started uni, people called me Khaleesi because of this hair, and I guess also the facial features. I still sometimes see in comments that people think I look like Emilia Clarke. Hugest compliment I could ever... What? So I was doing a fashion blog here, which is what turned into my current content platforms. I think this is such a cute dress. I still have the clutch. The clutch is out in the hallway. Damn, that dress is really nice, but can you see the legs? Bare. There's one tattoo there, but bare. The round glasses never did anything for me personally. I also think these were my ex-boyfriends. It's a huge crocheted cardigan. I cannot imagine the amount of hours and work effort it took to make this. I think it's really cool, but it was never really sort of my style, not even when I was very boho-y. It looks really nice in the picture, but it was deeply impractical because it was just way too long for me. Transition era. So I went to several fashion weeks, and some of these pictures are from a transition where I'm still going to fashion week, but I'm finding this boho era more interesting, using more earth tones, going away from like the primary color usage. So you can see the influences of the boho sort of trying to peek through a fashion week girly. Fun fact about this coat, by the way, I use it still. I love it. It's from a tailor here in Aalborg that my grandfather knew really well, but I found it in a thrift store up north. So let's go through some of these. Oh, this was so cold. This was so cold. I wore a crop top in January in Copenhagen. And that really love this outfit. We do have the bindi still, which is sort of questionable, and then I did like a weird half scarf tie turban inspired look, which I did for a while, and specifically this scarf I used basically every other day. I still have it. I use it as a beach cover up today. Just because you break up with a past version of yourself, you can still use a lot of the clothes that you wore in a certain way back then in another way now, which I think is really fun. This is a little bit blurry, but there are certain things I really like about this look, and there's certain things I really don't like. I wish I had worn heels with this. This coat I also still have. I love this coat to bits. My mom got it for me in a thrift store. Overall, I have 3 if not 4 coats with houndstooth print at at this point. Love it to bits. Loved it during Fashion Week. Love it now. Very excited about that color combination as well, like the red and the black. And I felt like king of the castle. King of the castle. And I used a lot of symbols and jewelry without knowing anything about the culture they represent. I don't know, it doesn't really sit right with me anymore. My friends got together and got it for me for my birthday, I think for my 18th birthday. And I wore it during Fashion Week. I was in a magazine wearing this. I loved it. I think it's a really nice look. I had one of my friends do my hair in like these braids. Loved the dress underneath. I wore it for my graduation party as well. It was from H&M though. So, but why the bindi? Why? Why the bindi? Oh my goodness. Overall, I really like this picture, and I think this was taken by a street style photographer, so I felt like that girl. I felt like the main character. This look. No gods, no laws, no recipes. I kind of really like it, but at the same time, I'm going in many different directions, but at least like she's interesting to look at. I'm wearing a pair of clip-on earrings here that I wish I had kept. They are so... I only wear clip-on earrings, by the way. Love the denim again. It's the same jacket as from before. Love that. I don't know what's happening with this bag, but it's kind of interesting to look at. And then purple lipstick. Why? Just because she was interesting. This look I love for the main reason that my hair is so good here. I think it's very important to not look at a picture of yourself and go, oh, I look like that every day. Like probably a lot of work went into making my hair look like this, but my hair does not look like this. And especially not today, oh my god. But I love this look. I love the denim on denim. I think this is badass. Overall, this is a really solid look in many ways, except of course for the forehead jewelry, but other than that, I think this is solid. I stand by this. I would definitely wear this today. It also just occurs to me that I haven't used any of my pictures from my second, because there's also a first, dreadlock era. These were the natural dreadlocks that I made in my own hair, and they completely destroyed my hair. I also didn't have any experts or professionals do them or take them out. I did it all by myself, and I ruined my hair. Also, my type of hair was just not the right type of hair for dreadlocks. And ever since then, my hair's never really been the same, it just really sucks. My hair's way thinner now, and it never really got that volume that we saw in the denim on denim picture. It was so annoying, but yeah. I did it, I was curious, I'm glad that I tried it because now I know it wasn't for me. And then I'm not sitting here like glamorizing, romanticizing what that life might have felt like, because it sucked. Personal opinion, personal opinion. This is also so good. Sometimes I look at myself and I cringe and I'm embarrassed because yikes, what was I thinking? And other times I just look at something and just go, yes, this exactly. The tartan blazer that I unfortunately don't own anymore, the small glasses, the bag, the shoes. I like this look. I overall really like this look. Same jacket as before, but that's not what my eyes immediately drawn to here. Can you see the Jeffrey Campbell Litas? I owned a pair of studded spiked Jeffrey Campbell Litas. I loved those shoes. I think it was my first big purchase. Now, I haven't really been a designer girly ever, so if you are or have been, then the Jeffrey Campbell Litas is not an expensive shoe, but to me this was an expensive ass shoe, and I don't think I've ever paid that much for a shoe since then either. Also, the beret I'm wearing, here's a little leopard print one, which was my mom's in the 80s, and I still wear that during winter. And that skirt I also still wear. This was like high fashion of 2012, 2011. It was the black skater skirt. I was a tomboy girl. This I really like. I like grey. I really like when you can make grey work, and I think this is actually really solid. The plastic bag has nothing to do, no business in this outfit, but I like the heels. I like the skirt, once again. I think I wore it in the red tartan look as well. And I love the little jumper, and I think all those things are thrifted. I'm okay with that. My face doesn't look like my face, but that's because I'm like 12 years younger. Newsflash, buddy. New era. Peak Selena van der Woodsen fashion. And I have some pictures where I watched Gossip Girl way too many times, so that's just what happened. But I wore this to school. Tight dresses, I wore these bags and the makeup, and I did all of this in 2011, 2012. This is what I wore to school. I wore high heel stilettos to school. My mom would always say like, it's not fashion week, it's not like a runway. But I was Delulu. Every day was fashion week, and I turned every day into fashion week. And honestly, go for it. Honestly, always go for it. You don't need a specific occasion to dress up. I've always dressed up, and you're gonna see in a bit how extensive that dressing up was. Because I have this, I'm not gonna call it a monstrosity, but I'm just gonna take you guys through the elements here. We have a vintage Chanel scarf on my head. I have a Jurassic Park t-shirt. Still love Jurassic Park, by the way. I have a blazer, I have pearls, I have like stilettos this tall, the knee-high socks. If anyone remembers Lookbook, let me know. This was posted on Lookbook. And would I change any of the elements in this outfit? No. Very much a Lookbook editing we have going here. This is one of my first outfits for Fashion Week, and one of my friends made this skirt for me for my graduation. Like the heels, I think they're really nice. I think they were from Mango. There should be like an understanding fundamental premise that I don't use, support, or endorse any of these brands. It's horrible fast fashion, but that was before I realized that fast fashion is horrible, and I just really wanted to get a foot in the door in the fashion industry. And I did that by going to Fashion Week. I did works with street style photographers. I did some street style photography myself. I did some columns for some magazines, and I really tried. I really wanted to be a part of this. And then when I was sort of almost there, I realized it was just an empty existence for me. It wasn't something that I enjoyed. It was actually something that was super stressful. Before I knew any of that, this was when I just really wanted to be an it girl. I was waiting for the fur to arrive, and it has officially arrived. I got this hat from one of my friends, and this outfit, the leather, the fur, is so over the top, so insane. But yes, I wore this, and seemingly I wore it in a parking lot where we took this picture. If I could change every single element in this outfit, I would. From the spiked headband to the dupe sunglasses to whatever that coat is, to my pose, to my vibe. This picture was featured in one of like the youth magazines for girls in Denmark, and I was so proud. But I'm wearing some vintage thrifted stuff here. I think the houndstooth cardigan was thrifted. This is what I'm saying by sort of the Serena van der Woodsen aesthetic. This, I honestly love it. I think it looks comfortable, it looks nice, it looks chic. I still have that skirt. It's from a vintage store in Berlin. This was before I had gone to any events, to any fashion week. I was just doing this from my living room. I think a year prior I cut a side cut on myself, so I took all of this hair off, and it was in that weird space where it was sort of growing out, and I wanted it to grow out, but it was like taking its sweet time. I'm trying to look super business, but I'm fucking 17 years old. It does not look business. This is where the embarrassment sort of kicks in. So wrong. I spoke too soon. This is when the hair, the pink. I remember that necklace. I was a big fan of the designer of those pieces, and I think a lot of the MySpace stars were using that. Listening to a band that was friends with Jeffree Star way before he did makeup, way before he did any of the stuff he's known for today, when he did music on MySpace. I remember him wearing a lot of this jewelry, and I found the designer. I really loved that, like those chunky, plasticky necklaces. Who is this person? I don't know. But that was peak aesthetic, that was peak luxury for me, and I think my high school boyfriend got me that as a gift for my birthday, and I lost my mind. It's just so weird. Anyway, this outfit I could talk about for ages, and I'm not going to, I refuse to. I think this look is very daring and fun. I don't think I wore this actually out. I think I changed into this outfit, went out and took a picture, and went back up and changed. I don't know what it is when you're sort of trying to look stoic and serious and high fashion that just makes me curl up inside. I think this is a bomb look. It was at my mom's atelier, where there's this huge industrial space that I could use for photo shoots. I thought that was really fun. But the look on my face, how I take this so seriously. This is fake fur. And my father has this printed out. It hangs in a frame in his house. I think he thinks this is a really good classic look. Overall, I really like it. That skirt was really long, and then I cut it short, but I didn't like sew the hems. I just cut it. So it was like really rough looking when you looked at it up close. But honestly, I kind of like this picture. My sense of fashion once was that if a color is repeated through the outfit, continuously. If more things has the same color, it matches. If I saw something in a color matching a color I already had, I got it. I had 12 different kinds of berets from thrift stores in 12 different colors because they matched my different outfits. Incredibly iconic, by the way. I still have those gloves. I remember those jeans and also that jacket, and I remember the feeling when I couldn't fit into them anymore. I was very small here and I barely fit into this jacket. It was also a children's jacket from H&M, I recall. So the reason why I couldn't fit into it was because I was a grown woman. Overall, solid look. I don't know what I was going for here, but I like the hair. It's a little Karen-y, but like, there we go. Anyway, that was my fashion week era. That was my high school era. That was my boho era. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want to see the part 2 of this, where I go through my emo phase and my J fashion phase, because I might have to do some digging, but I know there is content there. I also had a deviant art profile, so there's good stuff out there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and take really good care of yourselves. Until next time, bye. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!